Ooh, neighbors, this tea is hot. This tea is hot. You better come on in here and hit that like and subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell so each and every time I upload a video, you can get the message. Or if I do a live, you can be in the building too. But all you have to do is subscribe and hit that like and drop me a house down in the comments. That lets me know that you are officially a neighbor. And if you like what I do here, if you enjoy my work, $ Raina loves keto. I have a college tuition that I must pay. It's my son, by the way. Shout out to all the young men in school. But anyway, you guys, we got off track just a little bit. Come on in here, y'all. Now, I was in Sean's live. That tea is hot. Now, that caller, right, that he has calling in is a close friend to the Malones. And they've been dropping tea. Now, I think we have some clarity on what happened with Terrine and Chrisean's fight. Y'all remember they was fighting like 3 or 4 months ago, right? Y'all remember that? When Chrisean said that Terrine took the baby for a ransom, and then Terrine was down there at the CPS office clearing her name. Y'all remember all of that? Do y'all remember all the stuff with Bino? When Bino was in the hotel room with Chrisean and he said that they had to leave the hotel room and all of that because CPS showed up there? But I got that clip in here today. But I got the clip with Terrine down at the CPS office, and I got that little clip of Sean with the caller giving us the tea, giving us some clarity on that situation. So what we're going to do is get into that without further ado. You already know what to do. After we watch this video together, you'll leave me a comment down below, and you let me know your thoughts and opinions. But this is juicy. Ooh, you better hurry up.
We said take a village to raise a child, but what if the village is retarded? What you think it's going to produce?
No place like home.
I seen a video, Sean talking about her side. Your side is not incredible. You're a liar, okay? You're a liar. And when I asked you to come get the baby, you didn't want to come get him. You chopped up my text message, try to act like I told you to come because I'm going to beat you up. I'm keeping the baby. That was never the case. My heart is not like that. Anybody that know me know that. That's not true. Okay. That's how you come. You like, I'm coming. You didn't come. Pull up, get your baby your own self. You even said it on your live, and that's why I let you keep talking, because you're going to always continue to tell on yourself. You paying people to come play with me, but you playing with the lunatics, so they coming on their nervous breakdown tip, doing what they doing. Okay. Then you play with the police talking about your motherly instincts kicked in. Your motherly instincts kicked in, right? And was like, don't leave without them. So you put the battery in the police bag and keep telling your baby's in danger. That's false. And you knew it was false. You knew you were wrong. But your motherly instincts kicked in. Why didn't your motherly instincts kick in day one when you gave birth? Why? Because I was there. It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? You're like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your motherly instincts didn't kick in. They said we're going to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your motherly instincts was at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you. I keep asking you, leave me alone. But you want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. Talking about my grandbaby, like... And you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul and disgusting. And how you playing? It's a no-go zone. It's a no-go zone over here. You know that. It's a no-go zone over here. But guess what? You raised all the red flags. You did your little dirt. Played with me, with the police, big time. And really tried to switch your little narratives up. We had a meeting with CPS. My reason for that is because I have to clear my name. I have to clear my position. Yes, I'm going to protect myself. You tell lies and you sell fake stories. I see what's going on. You don't mind. So, okay, why would I, after you didn't come get him, be like, okay, I'm just going to wait on Chrisean's timing? No, it don't work like that, baby girl. It's me, big sis. But you played. You let your little emotions and the drugs rewire your little brain, and you did what you did. Now you think it's cool. It's not. You play with me, my household, post in my household. When was that ever a thing that's cool to play with? It was never a thing cool to play with. You did wrong. You did wrong. But it's like, okay, you want me to lay it out? I'll lay it out. But I'm gonna leave that for now. Don't keep playing with me. All my kids, y'all threatening my daughter, sending her messages. Who coming to see her today? Pull up. Don't do that. Don't do that. You start a bunch of unnecessary foul drama. You can't hold your word on nothing. You heard me. Can't hold your word on nothing. Only thing you held your word on was coming with the police, and you brought the whole police force. And yes, I'm not answering my door. And that was me, yes, sitting on the couch. I don't answer the door for the police. What are you talking about? Especially after they come at 2 something in the morning. Why would I answer the door? Why would I? You play games, and you thought you was going to play with me, but I made sure my name was canceled out with CPS and anybody, so you couldn't play with me with him. You did that, though. You did that. So now your karma, that's on you. But don't forget, every reaction comes behind it. So be careful on the type of reactions that you want. You keep putting negativity out here, negativity going to chase you down. Negativity going to gun you down. It's going to catch up with you. I don't even have to do nothing. All of y'all stirring this little pot. You link up with all the lunatics in the family. Pay them to play with me. Oh, y'all going live? Doing y'all little thing? Okay. One by one. You know, I'm a reader. I'm a reader. But I could really do you dirty. But you know what? I'm going to keep my little stuff in the tuck. I got it. For now. For now. So, don't think.
This is my girl, y'all. This is my girl. This is the inside of y'all. She calling. Hi, boo.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You see China girl. Confirming all your tea.
Well, I think I'm catching a little cold myself, but
I know, you're telling me.
I was calling back in to give more information.
Yes, let's go.
Firstly, I would say that they gave me the name the Family Insider. The person that is anonymous is not a family member.
Mm-hmm.
I did get some information from Chastity, but the real, in-depth stuff, it came from someone who was friends or cool or was around Chrisean and around the baby. Okay, so do you remember when Chrisean stated that her
Who was talking about me like a dog yesterday, boo? Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Do you remember when Chrisean said her sister kidnapped her baby and held him for ransom?
Yes, Terrine.
Yes. So that was a lie. That was a huge lie. What happened was Terrine had called Chrisean and said, hey, someone made a CPS call on me, and Monday we have to go see the worker. You need to come down here. So when Chrisean heard that she was going to go to CPS, Chrisean came down there. She lied to the police and had some people break into her sister's house. That's why her sister was at the CPS.
Wait, Chrisean had who break into the house?
The police. They broke her window and everything. So she went to that's when she was going off about Chrisean having an STD when she had the baby and all those things. She was at the CPS office then. And she was upset because she got her own kids and her grandbaby. Like, why don't you just come down here and talk to them? Like, you need to talk to them. But after, she did that, I think she's pretty much done with Chrisean. She told not everything, but she told most of, the stuff. Miss Shelley Brown, that's her name, was the CPS worker. So Chrisean lied about that. Because she knew that if she would have met with CPS, they would have taken Junior.
Yeah.
She showed a picture of a car seat yesterday in the car. You could tell that she had just opened, one of the fans had sent that. You can tell she had just put it out the box, put it in the cart. It was just sitting in there. It wasn't even strapped down. That's the wrong car seat for Junior. Junior cannot sit in the car seat because he has good days where he's folded up and he's stiff. He's probably in pain where, you know, he cries and he can explain, you know, what's wrong with him. Chrisean gets frustrated with him when he's like that. So when you see him in the playpen standing, leaning over, trying to hold himself up, Chrisean placed him like that.
Right.
The baby loves when people talk to him because people usually don't acknowledge him when they're around Chrisean. He just be in his stroller, you know, spamming, rocking back and forth, just, you know, doing stuff to soothe himself. So when Chrisean put out that video signing the contract for boxing, her manager, her name is Kim, Chrisean Jr., CJ, he kept trying to get her attention. She had her nose turned up at her, and it made me mad because why are you doing it? And it got to the point where she looked at him, but she looked at him real nasty, and she touched him, and then she turned around. And I said something to her about it. She blocked me. Like, I don't understand why people treat this baby like that. And it makes me mad. Chrisean does that to him. He had his feet on the table, you know, just putting his feet up and down, up and down. That was his way of playing because you never see Junior playing with a toy. You never see it. So she came to the gym. What was he doing in the playpen? He ain't had nothing to play with at all. So you just sit there and you let him lay there on his back and he has to play by himself. That girl's stupid as hell.
Right. Hold on one second though. Hold on. Because I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I want to break some of this down. Okay. So the information, y'all, I call her the family insider, not family, an insider, right? Someone that has inside tea on what's going on with the family. Okay. And also another family insider, not family member, besides Chastity. That's why Chastity was mentioned, because Chastity has stated, you know, that certain things to certain people, including the woman we're speaking with on the phone right now, Abimor. She's from the area, all that good stuff, boots on the ground. Is when she calls him. This is the one who kept calling this, and like boots on the ground, you know, da da da. She knows what's tea, right? So with her information that she's come forward with, certain things has happened, like China coming forward, speaking on Chrisean. And then you have Chastity, which I was going to play a video of Chastity stating that CPS just called upon her again, right? So one thing that she was explaining when she first called in, when I first got the call from her, was that the situation with Terrine was looking after Chrisean Jr. I showed y'all the viral video, and I can show y'all again when Terrine was at CPS, mad at Chrisean, because of Chrisean out talking about her kids and her grandchild, right? So before that happened, Chrisean called the police on Terrine and lied to the police and told the police that Terrine had kidnapped Chrisean Jr. and would not give him back. So that's what caused the police to break into Terrine's home and get Chrisean Jr. out of there and give Chrisean Jr. back to Chrisean. Now, the reason that was happening is because CPS was called on Chrisean Jr. So since Terrine had Chrisean Jr. in her care, all of the minors in her house are now under investigation because the investigations go by household, you know, pretty much like address. So any child that lives inside of there is now pretty much going to be under investigation too. So Terrine wanted to meet with the child protection worker because she didn't want nothing to happen to her kids or happen to her grandchild with having Chrisean Jr. in technically her custody, right? So then Terrine is telling Chrisean, like, yeah, no, Chrisean Jr. is going to stay here and you should come here too and meet the child support worker. Chrisean knew that child protection was not going to have a conversation with her because they had already took Junior before. So she knew child protection was going to come and take Junior. So in order for that not to happen, Chrisean allegedly called the police, which she did because Chrisean was outside live at Terrine's house with the police there and whatnot, saying that Terrine would not give the child back, okay, so that the police could get Chrisean Jr. out of the house before CPS got there. See? So then the police gave Chrisean Jr. by breaking into Terrine's house and getting Chrisean Jr. out of there, giving him to Chrisean, and Chrisean takes off with him. So that's what she was explaining, is that all of that was basically a hoax, what Chrisean did to Terrine, so that she can get Chrisean Jr. back, because Chrisean was avoiding CPS. She did not want to deal with them. She did not want to do the meeting. She did not want to talk to them. She wanted to take her son and go. So that's what she did. She made a fraudulent complaint to the police about her child being kidnapped by her own sister. Okay, this is why Terrine to this day pretty much don't deal with Chrisean. Like it's very dicey between the two of them because of everything Chrisean started. Because technically Terrine still had to deal with CPS because of Chrisean. You know, so that's why she was in the CPS department where she was in the office of CPS, mad at Chrisean, going in on Chrisean because she came over there and lied and had them take the baby out the house and whatnot, and now she's stuck over there with the CPS case. You know, so that's what she was explaining in the beginning of the call for the people that didn't understand. When I told y'all that we were going to be getting into Terrine, that's what we were going to get into, is that because Terrine didn't want Chrisean Jr. to leave. She wanted him to stay there. Because Terrine, like, well, I don't have nothing to hide. You know, just come meet the people. Girl, like just get it over with. Like, it's, you know, it ain't that big a deal. But Chrisean knew, like, yeah, it is a big deal. It actually is a big deal. And they're going to take the baby. Like, they're not just going to have a conversation with me. They're going to take my son. So give me my son. You know? So that's where that whole situation came in and whatnot. So, but yeah, let's keep going. She also stated that Chrisean posted the picture of Chrisean Jr.'s car seat, that it's the wrong car seat. It's not the type of car seat that Chrisean Jr. should be in due to his diagnoses of, you know, the cerebral palsy and, you know, the neonatal and, you know, whatnot. There is a lot of stiffness, like in the bones and in the muscles, that comes with those complications of having those syndromes. So she's stating that the car seat that she does have back there for him is not the kind of car seat a child like him with special needs, and like how his bone structure, spinal cord, and all that's set up. He does not need a car seat like that. It's still the wrong, spasticity, absolutely. It's still the wrong car seat, is what she is displaying, okay? So just to catch y'all up. So for a lot of people that's kind of just like, oh, okay, well, what's going on? Because we just pretty much like picking up where we left off. You know, like her and I, because this is my girl. So, you know, we just pretty much picking up where we left off. So I want y'all to be in alignment with where we are so you don't feel confused as we speak in immigrant. So yeah, back to you. You want to keep going. I'm sorry, you were talking about Kim. You were saying how Kim, the manager, kind of looked at Chrisean Jr. in disgust in the viral kind of video that Chrisean put up about her signing the boxing contract.
Yes, and I said something to her about it because I really hate the way that Junior is treated and looked at. Like every vlog, every stream, anything that, you know, she goes. I remember she was at, what's his name, the little short guy. Anyway, she was on stream. She walked in and she was looking for a place to put that stroller so she could leave him in the room. And it made me so mad because why are you doing it? Like if you got a kid that you know is special needs, he's sick, you keep having him out. And the thing is, if anything happens to Junior, baby, you going to jail for neglect. You are going to jail for medical neglect. I also saw the picture, not the picture, but the video of you at Sean Malone's house talking about how you protect him. He can't protect you from everything, baby girl.
We said take a village to raise a child, but what if the village is retarded? What you think it's going to produce?